The end. Hey, kindergartners. Sorry, I was just reading one of my favorite books, Peanut Butter and Cupcake. If you haven't yet gotten the chance to read this wonderful book, I've actually posted it as a read aloud today. So you can always go and watch the story after you listen to our math lesson. This book really got me thinking today. And after I read this book, I asked myself this question. Does addition and subtraction go together like peanut butter and cupcake? Or does addition and subtraction go together like peanut butter and jelly? I've been thinking long and hard about this question, kindergartners, and here's what I've decided. I've decided that addition and subtraction goes together like peanut butter and jelly. I think it goes together. I think that this could be addition and this subtraction, and it goes together perfectly. I want to show you that today, kindergartners. So today I want to teach you that we can use the exact same strategies to solve addition and subtraction problems, and that's a really way that the addition and subtraction go together. They can use the same numbers and just show different things. I'm sure you're thinking, well, of course, Miss Graves, we've been using the same tools this whole time in math. And you're exactly right. But we've never looked at two problems side by side with addition and subtraction to really focus on what's the same and different. So today, that is our very job. You're not going to need anything but your eyes and your ears for this lesson. So go ahead and scoot close to the camera, open your ears really wide, and get ready to listen and participate with Miss Graves. If you see behind me, friends, I have a chart that says addition, and I have a side that says subtraction. In the very middle of my chart, I have the numbers 3, 2, and 5. Those are numbers we're going to be using with all of our problems today. We're going to be comparing addition work to subtraction work to see what's the same and what is different. To start us off today, I have already written an equation that we're going to use throughout this whole chart. On the addition side, I of course see the plus sign, and I see that it says 3 plus 2 equals 5. I see that there's two parts added together to make the whole, the biggest numbers at the end. But my equation for my subtraction sentence actually starts with the biggest number, the whole, and takes away a part using the minus sign and gives you the other part. There are some things that are the same about these two equations. They're using the exact same numbers, but these numbers are being put together to give you a whole. This equation is starting with the whole and taking apart parts. If I were to show this with a picture for my addition problem, I would start with 3 circles. 1, 2, 3. Now I would then want to add 2 circles in a different color just to show that 2 is being added. 1, 2. And then I would count them all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's how I would solve the addition problem 3 plus 2 equals 5 in a picture. Now if I were to show this work with a picture, the same exact numbers, but subtraction, you would remember that I have to start with the whole. Here I started with parts. I started with the part of 3 and added on the part of 2. In this picture, I'm starting with all 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in this picture, I actually don't need to add anything more. Instead, I need to cross them out to show taking away. I bet so far your brain is saying, yep, check, Miss Graves, I knew this, check, because you do already know this, kindergartners. I'm just wanting to show you how similar subtraction and addition are when it comes to showing your work, that you can use the same strategies to solve addition and subtraction. If I were to show 5 taking away 2, I would cross out 2, and that would leave me with 1, 2, 3. Do you see how close these pictures are? But they are, of course, showing different things. This is showing adding, this is showing taking away. Now, if we were to show this work in a 5 frame, can you use a 5 frame for addition, kindergartners? Of course, Miss Graves. What about subtraction? Oh, I heard it even louder. Of course, Miss Graves. Yes, use a 5 frame for both addition and subtraction. It just looks a little different. On a 5 frame for addition, I would start with my part of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now, to solve this work, I would then add 2 more. 3 plus 2 equals, how many are there in all? 5, and I showed 2 different colors to match. Now, if I were to do that same work over here, I would start with all 5 in my 5 frame. Now, if I had a 5 frame with actual counters, I would take away 2. But I don't have that, so I'm going to cross out 2. 5 take away 2 equals 3. But we can show both addition and subtraction on a 5 frame. Lastly today, kindergartners, I want to show addition and subtraction on a number track. Now, I've taught you 2 ways of doing a number track. You can hop backwards and forwards, or you can draw circles. I am going to show you how to hop backwards and forwards on a number track. So I'm starting with my number 3 as my part. I'm going to circle the number 3 and put a line right here. And I want to hop 2 spaces because I'm adding 3 plus 2. If I were to hop 2 spaces, 1 and 2, I would end on that number 5. I hopped this way on a number track, going forwards towards the 5. I hopped this way, and I might even show an arrow down here to show that I went this way when I hopped. But in subtraction, you can still use the number track, but do you hop forwards or do you hop backwards towards 1? Oh, I hear a lot of you saying, backwards, Miss Graves. Oh, can we just pause and give our brains a kiss? You guys are so good. On a number track for subtraction, you start on the biggest number, the whole, 5, but you jump backwards 2 because you're taking away. 5, take away 2, 1, 2, ends you on the number 3. I hopped backwards that time. Kindergartners, addition and subtraction go together like peanut butter and jelly. You do not get the same answer when you do both things. You're doing different things. You're adding, you're putting 2 things together, or you're taking away something. But you can use all the same strategies to do that work, to show that work, and to solve that work. I hope you now see how close addition and subtraction really are. Now it's your turn to do some of this work on your own. If you take out your math number 2 pack, you should have a paper that looks just like this in your folder. The first number sentence says 10, take away 3 equals 7 on it. There's 4 boxes. You've done work like this before where you show a picture to match each number sentence, but here's the deal this time, kindergartners. There's not only just addition sentences or just subtraction sentences. This time, there's both. There's 2 subtraction number sentences and 2 addition number sentences. Here's what I want your job to be today. On these subtraction number sentences, this subtraction sentence and this addition sentence, I want you to show the same way. For example, on this subtraction sentence, I'm going to draw a 10 frame on it to solve. That's how I want to show that subtraction sentence I want to draw a 10 frame. I'm going to do that same thing for this addition sentence below it so that I can see that I can use the same tool and strategy to solve both addition and subtraction. I drew my 10 frames, but I have not shown this work. In this 10 frame, I would want to start with the whole, which is 10. Then I have to take something away by crossing out to get my answer of 7. So I'm going to start with 10 circles, take some away, and get 7. Down here, notice that you're starting with the equal sign, but you're still adding. So you're going to want to start with 5. And then, so if I started with 5 colored in, I would want to show 4 not colored in, just like that. On these two number sentences, I want you to show another way to solve in the same way, using the same tool. For example, right here, I'm going to draw a picture. So I would draw 8 of something because that's my whole. And then I'm going to take something away. I'm going to take something away and get 6. In this number sentence down here, I also want to use a picture to see how addition and subtraction can be solved using the same exact tools. When you're done with this work today, friends, this does need to be turned into your teacher. Remember that I didn't finish solving these problems for you because I want you to do that on your own. Good job with this, friends, today, and I hope that you and I also feel like we go together like peanut butter and jelly. See you all tomorrow, friends.